Hi, I'm Susan from the US COVID Atlas team, and today we're going to be learning about creating thematic maps on the US COVID Atlas. Thematic maps are also known as choropleth maps, and they use color to show the count or percentage of a data variable. Throughout the pandemic, thematic maps have been used to illustrate trends in news articles, public health updates, and safety guidelines. You've probably seen them before. With the Atlas, you can create national, regional, or county-specific thematic maps with current and historic data. So to get started, go to uscovidatlas.org/map. You can also go click on, if you're already on the site, you can click on the map button up on the site navigation bar and get started here. I'm going to turn off the line chart. And we have our data sources and map variables panel up here by default. So the thematic map is the default map on display with the Atlas. You can then customize your map with the data sources and map variables panel. So first, you're going to choose a variable to visualize on the Atlas. Once you click this menu, you see our full drop-down menu of the different data sets and data variables we have to visualize. Confirmed case counts, death or mortality counts or rates, 7-day testing, positivity rate, vaccination rates, and other community health information. I'm going to click the confirmed count, case count per 100K population, also known as the case rate. Next, you're going to select your date range. Under this menu, you have a few options also. Cumulative from the start of the pandemic until today, the most recent data. Daily new, so that's for each day, the new reported data, 7-day average, or a custom date range. So I'm going to look at the cumulative confirmed count rate since the start of the pandemic. So then you can select your geography, either county or state level. I'm going to go to county to get a more granular view of the impact of the pandemic. And then you can select your data source for your data. For most COVID variables, we feature multiple data sources so that you can allow for comparison for accuracy and uncertainty between data sets. So the Atlas uses the natural breaks classification to create its thematic maps. I'm going to select the New York Times here, and then you see that the map type natural breaks is automatically selected. Natural breaks classification groups and highlights extreme observations in the data, making it really easy to understand where is high and where is low. So the map produced here shows the total cumulative confirmed case rate reported across counties as of July 31st, 2022. You can see the date and the time slider up here, zoomed out to see Alaska and Hawaii and Puerto Rico as well. I'm going to zoom back in. And what we're looking at is these different colors. So if a county has a darker shade of red compared to others, let's say here in western New Mexico, this means that it's experienced a higher COVID-19 case rate overall. Now, a lighter orange or this beige color here indicates that a county has seen a lower rate by comparison. The specific values of each shade corresponds to the numbers down here on the legend. You can hover over each color in the legend to highlight the specific counties that fall into those colors in this example. So looking at another type of thematic map, a box map is a map that can be useful for highlighting extreme values in the data. So here we see multiple colors, but the data and statistics are not quite organized in the same way as the natural breaks map. So here, the box map focuses on the quartiles of the distribution in this data set. The first quartile is the 25th percentile of values. The second quartile here, 25 to 50%. Third quartile, 50 to 75%. Fourth quartile, 75% and above. Here on the lower and upper end of that distribution, we see the lower and upper outliers. This allows us to see really easily and quickly where are there extreme outliers of counties with overall cumulative confirmed case rates that are really low outside the norm of the rest of the data distribution and really high outside the norm. So this is also a very useful thematic map. So the thematic map can be used alongside several other US COVID Atlas features. Let's go back to a natural breaks map. So you can adjust the visualization type here by turning on a 3D view or a cartogram view or even a dot density map, which visualizes the demographic information of race and ethnicity identification of people, so you can see where people live overlaid onto current or historic COVID case data. Going back to the 2D view, with thematic maps, you can also add overlay features to highlight specific regions or disproportionately impacted communities, such as the southern US Black Belt, Native American reservations, federally recognized tribes and tribal lands, and hyper-segregated cities. You can also highlight in the resource menu different health clinics and hospitals to start to better understand the relationship between case rates, in this case, and public resources. So we can click on clinics, which brings up federally qualified health clinics here. We also have hospitals, and we have a layer of both clinics and hospitals to get at the full picture in local communities. So thematic maps are really powerful ways to visualize data. To learn more about thematic maps and other types of maps and all the other tools and features of the US COVID Atlas, you can visit uscovidatlas.org/learn.